Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. Before you do anything else, please make sure to click this button down here that says subscribe. Today's top 10 video Today's video will be my 10 favorite paintings of an artist from Figueres, Spain, and the most renowned surrealist painter we have today, which is Salvador Dali, who was born, like I said, in Figueres on May 11th, 1904, and he died at the age of 84 on January 23, 1989.
Oh.
Well, anyway, let's get started. The first painting on my top 10 is, and this has a really weird long name, which is Dream Caused by the Flight of a Bee Around a Pomegranate, a Second Before Awakening, painted in 1944. Wow. So this painting is clearly about a dream that Gala is having, and the woman on the ground is Gala. And surrealism was all about dreams and incongruous thoughts. But this, I mean, the idea to think that out of the pomegranate comes the fish, and then the two tigers, and then the bayonet is pretty extreme. Like, what was he on to come up with these types of ideas or concepts? But I think it's a very beautiful painting. I like how he incorporated the elephants in the background, which is a motif that he used throughout many of his paintings.
That's crazy painting, and the pomegranate, like, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is the elephant.
You know what? I think that's my favorite part too.
Aww, isn't that sweet?
Yeah. I really have a thing for his elephants.
Yeah.
All right, and number two is...
Whoa.
Number two is the Great Masturbator, painted in 1929. And he painted this painting the year that he met Gala. And this is a painting that glorifies masturbation, which is something that is very taboo and that people don't like to talk about or admit that they do. So it was it's probably his most controversial painting.
Controversial.
Controversial painting.
Haha.
It also...
is that a cricket?
Yeah, there's a grasshopper, there's ants that kind of symbolize decay. Gala's in the picture, and then it's him. It's kind of supposed... A lot of people believe that it's like a very surreal self-portrait of himself. Anyway, I saw this painting when I went to Spain. It's in the Reina Sofia Museum. Beautiful, beautiful painting.
Wow.
Controversial, but beautiful nonetheless. And number three is...
Oh, I love that one.
The Persistence of Memory, which was painted in 1931. This painting is in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, and it's very, very small.
I don't remember seeing it. Did we see it?
Well, I don't know. I saw it when I went.
Oh, I didn't go with you, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember seeing it. Man, wow.
Once again, the ants here to represent decay. The melted watches kind of like how time slips away out of your hands.
By the way, we have a melted watch.
Yeah, it's also a sign of relativity of space and time, but it's very, very tiny.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Dali painting. It's probably his most famous painting, and it's one of the greatest masterpieces of the 20th century. And it's kind of like, I think if you have to pick one painting that symbolizes what surrealism is about, it would be this one, The Persistence of Memory. Now, number four is Portrait of Picasso.
That's horrible.
The Portrait of Picasso was painted in 1947. And obviously Picasso was a huge influence for Dali, especially in the beginning. And also Picasso funded Dali's first trip to the United States.
Wow.
So he kind of helped them out, and kind of, you know, I think it's safe to say that, not that Dali's wasn't going to be successful without it, but Picasso kind of like...
Was like Thalia for Maluma.
Yeah.
Like Justin Bieber for Luis Fonsi.
Kind of helped him out. But anyway,
wow.
So Dali made this painting, and it was kind of like it was a diss, but not it could have been taken like as a compliment for someone to paint you. Something that symbolizes what your work is about. Especially, Dali believed that Picasso painted, you know, a lot of ugly, distorted paintings, and Picasso's work is a lot of distortion, but here he puts them like with...
That's horrible.
And in that...
There's nothing that can make me like that picture. I will be mad if you make a picture of me like that.
In his tongue is... in the spoon coming out of his mouth, there's a guitar, which is a symbol that Picasso used a lot almost like he's regurgitating it, and then
Are those boobs or legs? That's horrible.
It's his skin, like pieces of his skin.
Oh, I don't even want to think what could that be.
And then the rock on his head to symbolize cubism. It's not a very flattering picture of Picasso.
No kidding.
Painting number 5, Figure by a Window. This painting is a painting done by Dali of his sister.
Wow.
Painted in 1925. This painting is also in the Reina Sofia Museum in Spain. It's a very beautiful painting, and I like it because it's very realistic, and it shows a different side of what Dali
could make. Yeah. He's very talented. It's maybe not like, I don't know, it's kind of breathtaking in its own way because it's so different.
You can almost feel like the wind coming through the window.
Like you're there.
Experiencing
Or,
the ocean. Very beautiful painting.
I love it. I like her booty. I'm just saying.
Now, number 6 is The Temptation of Saint Anthony. And this is another very intricate painting that I would have loved to have been in Dali's head or space. Like, how did this come about? I love the procession of the elephants led by the horse. The horse for me is my favorite animal, so I like it when he incorporates it, and the way the legs are extended, I don't know, it just gives it such a monumental...
Is there any relationship with those horses and the ones from Don Quixote La Mancha? Have you ever investigated that? Have you seen those horses with long legs too?
Yeah. But no, I'm not familiar. I mean, I'm familiar with Don Quixote La Mancha, but I don't know if there's even...
Maybe you can investigate that. Yeah, I like these
Let
ones.
us know if there is, if you happen to know that.
That will be interesting to know. Is that Jesus? Or who's that with that cross?
Well, I guess that's St. Anthony, right? Because it's
I have no idea.
The Temptation of St. Anthony. So St.
Duh.
Anthony has the cross symbol extended out, and then the elephants are a symbol of temptation. Because if you can see on the top of one of the elephants, there's a naked woman, and encaged in the other kind of building is also a naked woman.
Temptation.
So
Get away from women, basically.
Number 7, which is in the St. Petersburg Museum, is Spider of the Evening, painted in 1940. Now, if you've been to St. Petersburg, you need to go to the Dali Museum. There they have a very complete collection of Dali. It's actually the biggest collection outside of Europe. And this one kind of symbolizes the carnage of war in a very obscure and surrealist way. Like, my favorite part is how that body's just melting off of that tree branch, and how it kind of, the face is so stretched out and melted, kind of like the clocks in the Persistence of Memory. Once again, you see the horse, which is a motif that he also repeated a lot in his work.
Is that a violin, you said?
It's a violin, yeah. She's playing a violin.
Wow.
Number 8, Apparatus and Hand, painted in 1927. And he painted this after his time spent in the military. He was 23 years old, and he was inspired by Sigmund Freud. A lot of his works were, inspired by the work of Sigmund Freud and all his writings on psychology and the works of the mind. This painting was also painted when he was with Francisco Garcia Lorca, which...
The poet? The writer?
Yeah, the poet Lorca. Is rumored that they were in a relationship. There's also a movie about it called Pretty Little Ashes or Pretty Ashes. Robert Pattinson plays in it, and in that movie it kind of tells the story of them two and how they kind of fell for each other. A lot of Lorca's work was inspired by Dali and vice versa. But then they had a falling out.
Interesting.
And then he met Gala. So
Gala is a guy or a girl?
Gala is a girl.
Oh.
But a lot of people believe that their marriage was never consummated.
Oh.
But she was a major force behind Dali, and she was... They even say that she would even lock him in a room, and she wouldn't let him out until he created something.
Oh, you need to do that to me.
Number 9, The Discovery of America by Christopher Columbus. And here's kind of that moment when Christopher Columbus lands on the new land in the Americas. It was painted between 1958 and 1959. It is 14 feet tall and 9 feet wide. And here you see Gala in the kind of top left of the painting,
I'm sure she said, "You put me on the painting, or I will go and get out of this room."
Yeah, so it symbolizes, she's symbolizing the Virgin Mary.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably because they never consummated their marriage.
Hey, that's a really good observation. But anyway, I saw this painting in real life, and it's very just breathtaking how huge it is. You know, Salvador Dali is actually considered to be one of the last masterful painters.
Really?
So yeah, and my last painting on the list, number 10, Rose Meditative, and this was painted in 1958. And I picked this because it really doesn't look like Dali. I mean,
even I can do that. No, I'm kidding.
And it's very simple. The concept is very simple, but I think the skill in here, you can tell that the skill is good. The sky is very vibrant as well as the rose. You can see like the water on the petals and just the landscape of the ground. I mean, it's a very skilled painting, but it is a very simple concept. So please let me know which one is your favorite, and comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. And let me know what other top 10 paintings you would like me to do by white artists. Until next time, adios y bye.